Hey guys, it's Michael again at Fun Family Plays, and I'm joined by Zan Be Awesome and my wife Gena, also known as Girl Just Killed You. And the last video kind of cut out abruptly. I looked down at the clock and I noticed that it stopped at about 24 minutes and 23 seconds. But what I was saying before it abruptly cut off, or maybe it did pick it up, was that we would just start laying out the border. And there goes Zan. The underwater city, yeah. So that's what I've been doing while I've been waiting on the first video to process, and I needed to basically reload the Elgato software to start recording this second part. So we'll do a little bit more today than we were planning on, but that's fine because we're making up for some non-recording time over the last week. Get up there before you drown.
Oh no! Oh no! Yes.
I'm making my way to you. If you survive the attack, let's go ahead and go to bed.
Hold on. I got him. Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to bed just so we can get some more light going.
Okay.
Because I hate to record with it being so dark. Anyone watching this probably wouldn't be able to see that well. So let's go ahead. And wow, my bed is off the ground.
You're gonna fall when you wake up.
I might. Nope, I didn't fall.
Oh, good. I have a bunch of
Okay.
glass. Do you need it before you go head back over there?
Yeah, we can go ahead and head back over there. If you want, go ahead and start placing some of that as well. Basically, what we're doing is, like you can see it right there, guys, we're just going to try to make as big a border as we can, as much as the water will allow us, and then start building a city under there. So, like we discussed in the last video, we're located right here, so there's probably going to be a pretty decent amount of room. The city may not be huge, but it's something fun to do, something different, and so we decided to go for it.
Are you taking my glass?
Yes.
Did I say you could? Just kidding.
No problem. I'm going to head back out over here and start putting down some more glass.
Oh, you want me to come help you put glass down, or?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Like I said, whenever we were waiting for the last video to process before we started this one, I'm just kind of going along the border that's already there on the bottom of the water. Just kind of following that along as best I can. I didn't want it to be like a perfect square or circle. I just didn't think that would look very good. Kind of like to just go with the flow, go where the border is. We are having to dig this up a little. Let me get out of here before I drown. I need the air. Give me the air. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I am manipulating the border a little bit here. Oh, I should really start swimming back up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I can already feel it. I'm going to die down here at some point. Okay, so we're doing a little border manipulation. Not too much. Back up. Alright, I'll go ahead and start putting down some more glass. Yeah, sorry we haven't put up any more videos in the last week, guys. We actually just started watching the Walking Dead television series. We sort of began to binge watch it on YouTube or on Netflix, excuse me, and it was so good that it's pretty much all we wanted to do this last week. And then they had the premiere this past Sunday night of the second half of season 5, and So that's really what we've been doing. But we're all caught up on The Walking Dead, so we thought tonight would be a good idea to go ahead and record at least one, if not two videos. Do hope you're enjoying. Yes, tremendous. If you're old enough, and I'm going to stress that if you are old enough, because I'm sure there would be a lot of kids that would see this video, but if you're old enough, like 17 or older, you should definitely consider checking that show out. It's amazing. Every episode is a winner so far, and it's very dramatic, to say the least. It's not just simply a survival horror show. And speaking of survival horror, I did mention it in the last video, and it was kind of the Walking Dead TV series kind of influenced us. Gena will be playing the Walking Dead game, the Walking Dead video game for the channel. She has not played it yet. I sampled a little bit of it just to see what it was like. Looked pretty cool so far. I hadn't played it yet. Like I said, we are new fans of the series The Walking Dead, but we thought that would be good. Plus, it was free on Xbox Live. The first two Walking Dead games were actually free, so kind of a win-win for us.
Yep.
So we will be starting that. We were going to start it Saturday night, but we ended up, as I said, binge-watching more and more of The Walking Dead, and we just did not get around to it. By the time we were done, we had to get the kids in bed, and then we had to go to bed early to go to church. So, but we will get around to that this week. Hopefully Friday night, I'm thinking, would be a good night to start, and Gena's going to play that all the way through to the end. And Gena, we will need a lot more glass than what we've got so far. Got to make this pretty big, pretty spacious. This could actually... No, go ahead.
My own border over here, because there's not really much of a border to follow, so...
Well, as long as the glass is even at the bottom and the top, then should be okay.
Yeah, it is.
But I was thinking, too, while we were waiting to start this video, that this could actually be a nice little RPG map right here. So, if you guys want to like, comment, and subscribe, and then find us on Xbox Live, our gamer tags, of course, will be included in the description down below. And you like a little RPG Minecraft, maybe you'd like this. So, and of course, I mentioned it in the first video, I'll say it again. In keeping with trying to be a survivor-friendly channel, if you do like, comment, and subscribe and find us on Xbox Live, then we will certainly invite you in to this map to help us build and then play in the underwater city. And I think it would be nice for RPG to make this the main city at least. And of course, in RPG, you could buy houses, or you could even earn enough to buy tracts of land or parcels of land and build your own areas as well. So that would be pretty nice. And of course, if you do that, then you'll also be featured in one of our YouTube videos. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and find us on Xbox Live. We were joined in sort of in an impromptu way in the last episode by Zan B. Awesome. He's one of my daughter's friends, but he's also kind of friended us on Xbox Live as well. He's a big Minecraft fan and everything. So we let him in. I had to mute him at some point though, just because he's a kid, so he was a little overexcited and a little overeager at times. But I can't blame him for that. Minecraft is fun. So let's go check on Gena and see what she's doing over here.
I came back to the island. I'm going to get more sand to make more glass.
Okay, that sounds fine. I'll just kind of pick up where you were.
Okay.
This. And it'll probably take at least another video or two to get the border up that we want. And if you do leave a comment down below, and if we get more than one saying that you're really not into watching us build the border of the city, then we'll take that into consideration as well. I do believe we're down near a cave. So I think there's an underwater cave down here somewhere because I keep hearing a baby zombie as I get down here. So that wouldn't be too bad if we had a little cave system down here as well.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, you wouldn't always have to come up to the surface to find the cave.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely there. Let's see here.
So much sand.
Yep, we're gonna need all of it, I would imagine. Maybe more. Of course, we didn't do it in the last video, and I was actually going to mention it just before Zan jumped into the party. And, of course, guys, I will try to remember to put the parties on invite only from here on out. We thought we had that in place. Super Bowl Sunday, we were trying to record a video about an hour long, and about 40 minutes into it, the whole thing just kind of crashed out on us, and we ended up losing the footage and everything else. So
Yeah, it fell completely apart.
yeah, it was not fun. The video, I mean, making it was fun, but
Yeah.
but by the time it crashed and everything, we were just minutes away from kickoff, and it was Super Bowl Sunday, and my sister especially, who was in the video with us, was very adamant that she had to get off and go watch the Super Bowl. But anyway, I was going to mention this just before Zan jumped on. We haven't covered anything pro wrestling yet, and we normally do that in at least a couple of our videos, and so I just thought that we would. Of course, the big news right now, if you're a WWE fan, heading into WrestleMania, is Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are going to be facing each other at the WWE inaugural Fastlane pay-per-view, and the winner of that match will be declared the official #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 31. Jenna, what do you think of this storyline development?
As you know, I am a Daniel Bryan fan.
You want to go to bed real quick?
Yeah, I'll come there.
Okay, go
But I
ahead.
don't think it's fair the way they're doing this to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, same thing.
It's not
We,
fair that they have to put him up against all of Daniel Bryan's fans.
yeah, it seems like they're definitely making it a kind of man against the world scenario. But we watched last night on Raw, and even the week before, it seems like Roman Reigns is improving where he needs to. And I think some other fans are starting to feel the same way, that Daniel Bryan doesn't need to be interjected into this storyline. I mean, you can't keep doing this year in and year out. And I know it's only been done one time, but, you know, once you go down this slippery slope, it's kind of hard to recover. And the fans are going to, you know, kind of grow to expect it. Just because you don't like who won the Royal Rumble doesn't mean that you should just be able to automatically change it. You know, they've been doing the winner of the Royal Rumble goes to WrestleMania in the main event since 1993, when Yokozuna won that match to go on to face the champion Bret the Hitman Hart. And there's only been maybe one or two occasions in the history of it since 1993 that the winner did not go on to main event WrestleMania. I remember Stone Cold Steve Austin, the first Royal Rumble that he won, was prior to WrestleMania 13, but there was some controversy with the Final Four, and so he ended up not main eventing that show, which was probably a good thing because that was the show with the very famous and much talked about Bret Hart versus Steve Austin I Quit match, which was the best match on the show, hands down, and one of the best matches in WrestleMania history. But you just can't keep doing this. I'm a Daniel Bryan supporter as well. I was very adamant last year that he should have been in the main event of WrestleMania. I didn't think it was right that Batista was brought in to basically conclude Daniel Bryan's storyline, who had been involved against the authorities since SummerSlam of last year, or the year prior now. Batista wasn't the right guy. I don't think Roman Reigns is the worst choice. I don't know if he's going to succeed or fail. I just hope that they don't turn him heel between now and WrestleMania, because then you've basically got a carbon copy of last year's build-up where Daniel Bryan was essentially, he was going to be in the match. You knew he would beat Triple H to get into that triple threat match at WrestleMania. And so Batista turned heel on the road to WrestleMania. And if you have Reigns turn heel prior to WrestleMania, it's just basically repeating the same storyline.
Yep.
I think Reigns will turn. We talked about this last night after the show. I think he will turn. I think it'll happen either at or just after WrestleMania. I told you what the scenario was that I could see. I could see Reigns taking out Daniel Bryan or Brock Lesnar if it's a triple threat match, which is it's crazy. That's what they're saying now. It's going to be is a triple threat match. That somehow they're going to make it a triple threat between Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. Now that could just be a rumor, and I'm not reporting that as anything factual or confirmed. I'm just saying that is the rumor. The scenario that I pitched last night when we were talking about it was Roman Reigns takes out Daniel Bryan and then takes out Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman is just like completely shocked and thrown for a loop. But Paul Heyman comes into the ring with the belt, hands it to Roman Reigns, extends the hand of friendship because Paul Heyman has a history with Roman Reigns' family. He's known them for a long time. Reigns accepts and essentially becomes the new Paul Heyman guy because I don't think Brock will be around after WrestleMania, and I'm pretty sure that they want to keep Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman could do wonders for Roman Reigns as a character. So that's the scenario I could see. I could see Reigns winning the title and then turning heel either that night or as early as the next night on Raw.
Yeah.
And they always, I think it could happen at WrestleMania because they always want the night after WrestleMania to feel special. And really, in the last few years, the night after WrestleMania has felt just as big or even bigger than the night of WrestleMania. Those Raws have become spectacular. And that would certainly be the hook for a lot of viewers if Reigns had already turned going into that show.
Yeah.
But guys, if you're a fan and this is prior to WrestleMania and you're watching this and you want to comment down below, be sure and do that. I've been pretty right about my predictions, at least in the videos that we've made as far as Royal Rumble and everything else. There is another rumor that Seth Rollins could cash in at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan or even Brock Lesnar if Brock wins. I don't see Brock winning the match, though. But there's a rumor that he will cash in against whoever is the champion and that he will leave WrestleMania as the champion. I wouldn't doubt it based on the situation they're in right now with their own booking and the conundrum that they find themselves in with Reigns and Bryan. I wouldn't doubt it if they decided to put the title on Seth Rollins earlier than they wanted to, just to kind of get people behind Reigns, perhaps chasing Rollins or something like that. Gena, you concur? You agree?
I do.
Of course, there is the story, and I don't think you've heard about this yet, Gena. There is the story that came out last night, and they are saying that Nothing's going to be done about it because it's essentially not Seth Rollins' fault. But apparently someone hacked into his phone or some kind of Instagram account or something like that. And let's just say some photos that shouldn't have been leaked were leaked. And WWE kind of has a strict policy on things like that. Their policy it actually kind of states that if something like that happens, that you can be fired. And there was I guess there was a little bit of worry among some people that Seth Rollins might have actually been let go today over all that. But apparently Triple H, the COO of the WWE, the guy who will be more than likely taking the reins once Vince McMahon either dies or retires, came out and said that it was clearly not Seth Rollins' fault, and that his account was clearly hacked, and as a result, they would not do anything as far as punishment, which I think is the right thing to do. If that's what happened, and I would imagine that's what happened because he's in the middle of the biggest push in his entire career, and he may never be as big as he is now. I agree that he shouldn't be punished over something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But there was a whole issue about his girlfriend posting pictures of him because somehow a picture of a WWE diva in training ended up getting posted from his account onto the internet. And it's crazy too because the WWE website is actually linked to wrestlers' social media accounts, that these photos actually ended up on the WWE website for a couple of hours last night as well. If you're a young kid or even if you're an adult, I wouldn't encourage you to go look at these videos, these pictures. Clearly it was something that was meant to be private. Personally, I wouldn't have done it anyway. I wouldn't have taken these kinds of photos anyway because it's the age of technology right now where that stuff's just going to get out. So, but, sounds like he made a mistake in doing that, and now he's kind of, at least, from the standpoint that those photos will probably be out there forever, he's paying for it.
Yep.
And like I said, that's why well, you shouldn't do it anyway. I mean, 9 times out of 10, that stuff's going to end up in the wrong hands, and just a word of advice to anybody who's watching this video, steer clear of that stuff. I mean, there's a really good chance it's going to end up somewhere. People are going to see it. It's going to be embarrassing for you, your family, and not going to like it. So, but, people do some stupid things, and I guess people think that, it'll never get out there, but it almost always does. I mean, Hulk Hogan had a similar situation a couple of years ago. It's happened to numerous celebrities as well as just regular people. The Hulk Hogan situation almost completely ruined his career. There was so much scandal involved in that. And again, if you're of age, you could certainly look up the story. I wouldn't encourage you to look up the video, but the story is out there, and it was a black eye for Hulk Hogan for a little while. So just got to be careful about what you're gonna do. That sort of stuff. There's a reason that stuff's meant to be kept private. Oh boy, I heard you drowning.
Can you get my stuff?
Yeah, are you on the opposite end?
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, getting back to WrestleMania business, I gotta say on Raw last night, I thought Roman Reigns did really well. I liked the tension between him and Daniel Bryan. Gena, I'm only going to be able to get so much of it because my inventory is pretty full. But anyway, I liked the tension between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. I thought it was well done. I mean, it was expected. It was predictable. But I still thought it was fine. And I think Roman Reigns should be able to stand up for himself. I mean, quite honestly, when he was goaded into putting his championship match on the line, I was, saying to the television, you should say no because you won the Rumble. You shouldn't have to do that. And I could see a situation where Daniel Bryan wins at Fastlane, but Reigns, because he won the Rumble, and he could, just basically, and it would seem like he was kind of pouting, but he could basically say, look, I was guaranteed a match. I won the big match. You've got some more down on the other side over here. But I won the big match. I won the match that guaranteed me a shot. And so I want my shot. But I was going to say, before all of this started, that I actually thought the best segment on Raw last night, and if you watched it, then you'll know what I'm talking about, was actually John Cena and Rusev. They set that match up really nice, and you have to give credit where it's due as far as Rusev is concerned. He's turned into a pretty big heel, and I'm saying heel as in bad guy in wrestling. John Cena got a really good response from the crowd last night.
Yes, unfortunately I didn't see that part.
Well, I think I'm starting to echo. Okay, maybe I'm not.
Okay. Did you get the rest of my stuff? All I got was some sand and torches and a shovel.
I was coming over here to give it to you, but I think there's a stack of sand under on the ground. We're fixing to get off anyway. But anyway, and yeah, I'm definitely hearing a little echo now. So guys, I apologize if that's coming through. But anyway, what I was going to say is, actually, let me get over to you, and I'm going to just unplug my mic. That fixed it last time, just so I can make sure, because I would hate to do that to you guys that are watching this. So, uno momento. Okay, I'm back.
Are you echoing?
No, I can't hear anything. So,
If you're
anyway,
throwing stuff at me, I'm not getting it.
it's going in the water. So, enjoy yourself.
Thanks.
But anyway, what I was saying is, in that corner to your left, yeah, right there. Just go ahead and go down. Anyway, what I was saying is Rusev and Lana did a really good job of goading Cena. I thought Cena's response, it got a little kiddish at the end, which a lot of Cena promos tend to do. It got very kid-friendly at the end, but I thought leading up to that, the intensity was there. Cena looked like he really wanted a piece of Rusev. I liked the fact that Cena, who was standing on the ramp away from the ring, I liked that Rusev called him out on that. It's basically like, if you say you want to fight and yet you're standing there, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, and then the mini brawl that ensued was well done. Both of them got to show off their power, and Rusev got the upper hand. I think Rusev will probably beat Cena in the first match. They seem to have given him an out already with a scratched cornea eye injury that they're doing, and it does look like his eye, there is something wrong with it. It was noticeable
really
last week on Raw.
line?
Oh yeah, it looks like there's something, like he may have actually scratched his cornea at a house show or something like that. But it looks like they're giving Cena an out for the first match at least. And from what I've been hearing, this match or this feud between the two is supposed to go through to the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. So I could see Rusev winning the first match, perhaps Cena winning the second, and then they have the rubber match at the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. But it was good stuff. It was really noticeable if you watched that Rusev and Lana were referring to Cena as like the old man. They referred to the fact that he had been around for around 13 years. It's kind of telling that they would do that. Just kind of, yeah, because typically they're not going to they're not going to want you to focus on the fact that their top star has been there for so long and is potentially older than you might think he is. And Cena is, I think he's 37 or 38 now, so he's getting up there. He's still as good as he has ever been. He's probably better than when he first started. Actually, not probably. He definitely is. He's much better than when he first started. But it was telling, and I had mentioned in our very first Fun Family Plays video that there was a rumor that they were going to be scaling Cena back in 2015. Jenna, let's go ahead and head back because we're going to close this video off in a minute. But there was a rumor that they would be scaling him back in 2015 to help further push Roman Reigns. And it certainly seems like they're doing that with him fighting for the U.S. title. It also seems like they may be getting ready, not now and not in the next year, but it certainly seems like they're getting ready for life without John Cena. I think he'll be there at least another year or two, maybe 3, maybe 5. I mean, as long as he stays healthy. But you know, Hollywood could come calling. He's already done a major Hollywood movie that's fixing to come out, and apparently he was a lot of people's favorite part of the movie and some of the screenings and everything. And so Hollywood could come calling for John Cena, or he could just retire and ride off into the sunset. Let us know what you think down in the comments down below, guys. If you're a WWE fan, we certainly like to talk about the WWE on this channel. And you'd certainly be welcome to start a discussion down in the comments down below. If you like the video, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. We'll have those links down below in the description as well. Do hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Find us on Xbox Live. The gamer tags will also be included down in the description. And who knows, maybe you can help us finish what we hope will be a magnificent underwater city. Jenna?
Bye.
No, hi.
No, I say bye.
No, you say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's good. Don't talk. All right, see you later, guys.